quickly on live. Welcome to the Dash Up Podcast. Let's talk about Jimmie Mother Effin. Is his name Allen? I think his name is Jimmie Allen. He is a new, really popular country singer. I know of him because he's good looking, right? But I really know of him because he just finished doing opening up for Carrie Underwood on her Denim and Rhinestones tour. So like I'm aware of him. Um, there's not a whole lot of black country artists in America. And he kind of came around sort of like the Mickey Guyver, him. That's all I really know. Like I couldn't name a song, but he did have like one song that was a pretty good song that had like a really nice video. But anyways, he's a really like upcoming artist. So not too long ago, he had like announced that him and his wife are getting a divorce, and and then she's pregnant with their third child. Just the ghetto-ness. I was just like, oh, this is so ghetto. I had no idea that a can you read that? A RAPE allegation was coming, and this whole lawsuit. Now, when I first read about this, I think last week, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, it had nothing as extensive as what's come out now. I was very shocked. At first, I read she was suing him. The lady was suing him for like sexual harassment. There was nothing about her being ard. Nothing like that was like talked about. She was suing him for sexual harassment. She was saying that she tried to go to her. She's the manager, right? We don't have her name. Her name is Jane Doe. She's the manager. She's suing him for. She tried to go to her company, and they said that she tried to go to her company to switch after like a certain point in this 18-month situation that went on. They said, no, we're not gonna have you switch clients. And so I'm like, well, then I was like, well, why didn't she sue them for not doing anything? But now it's coming out that I think it said he fired her. I don't think the management company fired her. I think he fired her. But why would he fire her? Why wouldn't she have quit? Wouldn't she have quit if she was gonna put this lawsuit out? This sexual harassment and R word allegation. That was then. So now it's talking about, I just read something that said that she was taken advantage of. She lost her virginity. Backstage, well, not backstage, like the night of his American Idol appearance. After 2 glasses of white wine, she, I guess, is a maybe young lady. I'm not sure. I don't know. And I was like, he took your virginity. That's crazy. Not only like this, she said she was like basically saying something like she was drugged. Then he R'd her. And then the next morning he was saying you need to immediately take a plan B. And it's just like, I don't know. I guess you just have to be in that position to not do anything really. Because I'm just like, at this point, don't we all know like you can't continue to work with somebody who just allegedly R'd you. You can't continue to work with somebody that is sexually harassing you and you don't like it. Okay. You can't continue to work with somebody. And I know like times are hard and jobs are hard. That's why I was just like, when I first read it, I was just like, okay, maybe, time is hard. Jobs are hard to come by. Why wouldn't she just quit? I was just trying to see both sides. And I kind of was like on his side. And now I don't really want to even put out like what I really, I don't even know how I actually feel to like, because I believe women. We have to believe women. But then it's also like, now he's saying, plot twist, plot freaking twist, right? Now he's saying, he said it was an affair. Oh, shoot. Where's it at? Come on. He said it was an affair that had lasted for 18 months. So here we go with the divorce. Either they definitely got wind of this lawsuit that came by. Okay. He either confessed to this alleged affair or they got wind of the lawsuit and that was the nail in the coffin. That was the nail in the coffin for her. I don't know who filed for divorce, but they just said that they're getting a divorce. Am I live? Oh my God. Am I live? Yeah, I think I am live. Okay, yes. I'm just like flabbergasted. He said it was an affair, it was a consensual affair, and he was shocked that uh, she was like going to lawyers, and now that she wants money, and now he's um, questioning her motives. Okay, so now I'm gonna what I'm about to say is probably like in slightly solidarity of him, but I just want to say that how many men cop to an actual affair in a sexual assault allegation? Not that she was a hoe, not that she was um, a groupie and something happened. He's saying this was a consensual affair. Now I'm like seeing things a little differently. I kind of want to know what her age is, because for her to be like the manager, you got to be a little bit older than that. And who the hell is a virgin past 21 these days? Hell, Aretha Franklin had her first child at like 12. So I'm just like, interesting. So he had like Jimmie Allen. I think that's his name. I don't want to click off of this part, but I believe that's what his name is. Jimmie Allen wrote this statement to his wife apologizing for the affair and his kids, and he wants to do better, be a better human, yada, yada, yada. And the entertainment industry has a lot of um, things you can easily get to, and they play on your weakness, and his weakness got the best of him, and he wants to just be a better human. Okay, whatever. So now, when I first saw this, oh no, don't save. When I first saw like this like lawsuit situation, I thought of Mr. Come on, Morgan Wallen. A white man. We have Jimmie Allen, a black man, right? Morgan Wallen said the N word to somebody. I don't even remember. It was like, 2, 3 years ago. His sales have skyrocketed. He is probably one of the most successful country music artists in the last like 5 years. He's always on the Billboard. All of his songs, I think, charted or something like that. His album was like number in the top three, top five for like a whole year, 2 years now. His shit went up. Then we have Mr. Jimmie Allen, who is being canceled from appearances, from speeches. His label put him on pause. I think his talent label or talent whatever you call it, the people that represent him talent wise, management, they dropped him. So I'm just like, and this was before the R word came out, right? This was before then. No. The label had put him on pause and something else happened. He was dropped from like the CMT Awards, festival, something like that. Just recently did his management team drop him. So I'm just like, here we go. So I did see like one comment saying we need to stop being false allegations on black men. I think that has a part to play in it, knowing the Morgan Wallen aspect. It's just like, what is going on? I don't know. But I'm hoping this gets resolved. I feel bad for Jimmy. He's getting all of this like cancelization, and he just got started. It's definitely giving, similar cancellation of cancellation of what's his name from Creed. My God, today, Jonathan Majors. Oh Lord. It's definitely giving that kind of cancellation. I don't understand. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it was a sexual? It was a consensual relationship, like he's saying. Like I think I'm slightly going on his side now, thinking off of the basis, what man? Like I said, what man says I had an affair? It was an affair. The wife knows what happens. Not that the wife knows what happens. I feel like the wife, if we find out the wife's perspective and what led up to the divorce, I feel like, was it a confession? Was it a lawsuit that was pinned, that they were being aware of? What was that all about? I feel like if we know the wife's perspective, I feel like then I would have a clearer thing. But I'm just like, damn. Hopefully, the rape allegations are not true. She said she was like bleeding afterwards. I'm just like, after 2 glasses of wine, I don't know. It definitely was like saying she was drugged, but it didn't say she was drugged. Like the article based off of the lawsuit was saying that she was drugged, but it wasn't that she was drugged. They basically said she was drugged without saying it, which I don't know why they didn't just say, oh, she was drugged, but I guess she doesn't have proof that she was drugged. I don't know. Please let me know what you guys think. Okay, on to a little bit more happier news. Let's talk about hot and Chanel Lock Me Up in Jail Miss Renaissance tour. I have been thoroughly enjoying, the clips from the Renaissance tour. I'm trying not to give any spoilers. I don't have a ticket. The tickets are very high in America, especially on the shows I want to go to. Like, I definitely want to see it twice. I'm like, I can afford to see it twice, but because I want to see it twice, right? I want to go to like both Houston shows, and like I live like a couple hours from Houston. Not a couple. I live a nice long way from Houston. And I'm like, I want to go to the Houston shows. Hopefully, the prices will go down as we near closer to those dates. Right now, she's in Europe, and she's going to be there until the end of June. And I was just like, we saw her out. She was eating or whatever with her husband. I'm just like, yeah, I love that she's having fun on tour, and she's been able to rest and be a family, be with her family, and whatever. Yeah, these prices got to go down because there's a New Orleans. Like, I was like, do I want to go to the New Orleans show, which I definitely kind of want to go to, but I could do both Houston shows, kick it out of the park, and just go home. But New Orleans, it's like she doesn't ever really go there. Anyways, Miss Tina, there was a video of, I think, Sunday's show in Belgium, Belgium, Brussels, yeah, Brussels, Belgium, I think it is. And they had to, they were, it was so confusing because it was just like, I'm gonna talk a little, just go down the list of like the weird shit that's going on with the Renaissance tour. Miss Tina was it was saying like she couldn't, they didn't believe that it was Miss Tina on her badge, or she didn't have a badge or something to access. And I'm like, who does not know this woman's mother? And why does this lady have to be jumped across the barricade to get to where she needs to go? Like, it was so cringe and so ridiculous. Like, I'm just like so confused why this lady had to like not jump, but like she was like lifted up over, and she didn't look like she wanted. It was just so weird. Like, what is going on? And this was on Mother's Day, I think, right? I don't know what's going on. The set list. She basically gave the set list in the book. Now, I kind of knew it was, I felt like it was the real set list because I feel like Church Girl is definitely a play off of social media, like the sound of it, the conceptualizing of it. This like church music mixed with like this raunchy lyric. Set list. Also, I was listening to Let It Before I Let You Go, and I'm like, oh, this is Church Girl. So the set list is pretty much, what's in the booklet. In the beginning, she sings a bunch of ballads. I do would be very excited, very happy if she did switch in and out like songs. It doesn't matter what songs. I think somebody said they heard her singing "If I Were a Boy" that didn't make it. That would be fun to put in. I don't like these edits. It's probably like for the sake of time and for the sake of like her performing. But I'm like, oh, these edits are not fun. The only songs that are not edited are Cuff It, pretty much the beginning three. Cuff It, I'm That Girl, and Alien Superstar and Cozy. Those are the like only songs that are not edited. And I'm like, those are the songs that, and it's funny because the first three, they have like these extra-ness going on to them and pausing and stopping and more music. And I'm just like, we don't need all of that. I don't like the edits. I really don't. Especially on Virgo's Groove and Plastic Off the Sofa. They're like 6-minute songs skimmed down to like 2. And I'm just like, oh my God. I think somebody said Virgo's Groove is the next single, and they had like put out a sample of what that sounds like as a single, like the radio edit. And I haven't listened to it, but I heard it's like really short, and I'm like, it's probably the tour version that she's singing. The first show was allegedly the first time. Okay, here, all right, we'll go back to that, I guess. The first show was the first time she sang all of the songs. Recently, she has been cutting Drunk up out your face, up in my up. What is it? All up in your mind, and thick. I don't know why she's cutting thick. I like thick, and I like drunk. And I'm very convinced of all up in your mind. I did not. It's not like a favorite, a go-to, but because thick goes into all up in your mind, I like listen to it when I like the first like 5 minutes of it or the first like 2 minutes. Because to me, it's a really long song, and I can't do long songs with her. Blow's a long song. Thick is a long song, and it's not like interesting enough to keep going. I mean, Blow. I like the also Blow's in it in the tour. She can do away with that part. Okay, these three songs everybody's mad about that they're being cut, or at least two of them. I think a lot of people like All Up in Your Mind. I don't see a lot of slander about that. I think I'm the only one that slanders it. Curfews. There's like this big curfew thing going on during her 5 shows in London. What is it? Tottenham? So there's like this curfew situation going on, and the curfew's at like 10:30 or something, 11:30. So you got to be out of there. Now, ever since the second show, she's been cutting those three songs. She was late the second show. I don't know what else has been like the reason for the other reason why it's been cut. She was allegedly late, or she late, or was like she on time with like the proper. I thought I put this one on Do Not Disturb. Was she late or was she on time? Oh my god, I don't understand. I thought I put this on Do Not Disturb. Anyways, let me run this up. So she's been cutting songs. So like, there's this big like, please don't cut the songs during this show. There's like a curfew. They're like, don't talk about like, don't start the show early so we don't have to deal with this curfew. So we can do the whole show. But then I'm just like, seeing her after a certain point in the show towards the end, she said like she's having a little bit more fun, and that goes back like to the costume. I'm not superly impressed with the costumes. Like, I really don't care. They're cute. Some of them are cute. Some of them are okay. Her foot injury. I think we all probably now can agree that she does have a foot injury. Yeah, or she had a foot injury, or she's healing. Something happened because it definitely something happened for the visual. For I don't mean to call it visuals, for the music videos, or this like other universe that she's gonna put this in. There's a lot, and I finally am so happy that people are agreeing that she looks. Shit, that she and Lady Gaga and the Chromatica Renaissance and the Chromatica tour are very similar. Chromatica era, Renaissance era. To me, they're very similar. Also, I would throw in art pop. Like I said this like 6 months ago when it came out, or whatever, like whatever time period. I'm finally a lot of people, a lot of the Beehive are like, no, she's don't say she's copying. The Beehive are very sensitive, and it's so ridiculous. It's just like, look at it's obvious. Chromatica is very similar, and I'm just like, I love it. I love it because I definitely see it. The whole like going into this other universe. I feel like Renaissance is what Chromatica should have been. Lady Gaga should have, instead of just like picture wise and through a couple of videos, I feel like she should have like really like made this album, Chromatica, a visual album, as they say, and taken us into this world. I know she has the money. I know she has the fucking money. I know she had the time, or maybe not. Well, she kind of, she could have. And I feel like we should have got more than 3 videos from that really great album. Stuff is just falling off, and it's so depressing. Um, yeah, but there's definitely and also I think, but even the merch looks similar. The font on the font of it all looks very similar. The merch looks similar. Somebody said, or it was revealed that the people that worked on Lady Gaga's merch, they're working with Beyonce's merch. The merch looks really good. I don't know why people were saying the merch doesn't look good. I like the merch, especially there's like that green sweatshirt that looks fire. There's a thick sweatshirt. There's a thick um, jogging pants, or whatever you call it. Everything looks great. I'm loving her singing. Love seeing her sing "Break My Soul." Pure Honey is so much fun to watch. All my favorites. Heated needs to be longer. Let's be honest. Heated needs to be longer. Why is she like cut Heated to 3 minutes? Cut some other songs. Also, the little teaser Freakum Dress. Cut that. Give us Freakum Dress. I don't know. Will this American leg be different? Will a couple of shows from now be different? Who knows? But congratulations to Beyonce. She's doing really great. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Thanks so much for listening to the Dare Show podcast. Leave your comments below. I want to know what people are thinking. What are you saying? What parts do you like about the tour that you've seen online? And I'll be back next time. Hopefully talk about other stuff. Right now, you can only find me on YouTube. If you know my Twitter, you know my Twitter. If you don't. Otherwise, I'm on Instagram at mylovemyneedtonight. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.